Hi, good evening, everyone. Hope you had your dinner. We just had one, too. All right. Okay. Thanks for taking time to come in for the event. So this Master EF Pro program, all right, I hope you all have, you are familiar with the criteria. Just roughly go through. First, of course, we need to complete our shopping annuity assessment. Next, we have to purchase a minimum of 1,005 BV of exclusive brands or products. And of course, right now, the latest change is to generate 275 IBV in partner store, shop local, okay, and of course, the company exclusive IBV products, okay, within your own transaction with yourself as a personal purchase as well as your PC's purchase. And of course, within a quarter, sponsor a minimum of one qualified active and franchise owner, attend training, completing your NUOT, P5 and ECCD training, and of course, purchase your own tickets, 3 tickets to the next leadership school in October, and of course, to earn a minimum of 1,125 in BV commissions. Not to worry if you have not completed that, you just need to go to the basic 5 diagnosis efficiency assessment and complete the test. Okay, so right now, effective on the second quarter, Q2 of 2019, this is the latest incentive. Any unfranchised owner who has achieved MUFO, all right, you are able to designate an extra placement, okay, for the next quarter. Okay, so that means right now all of us are allowed to only partner with one person, whether it's your left organization or your right organization. So for instance, if this quarter in April, May, and June, if you have achieved this MUFO program, by the following quarter, which is in October, November, December, you are able to select another new franchise owner within the other organizations, and you can place volume on them. So this is a really a fantastic incentive for us to go for the MUFO program. Okay, so just is to highlight what are the IBV products which is under our company branded. Okay, we have TLS, we have got Orthodontics, we've got some Skin Intelligence, Home Care, and of course our Royal Spa range. Okay, so right now just to highlight on the 275 IBV per quarter. Okay, so all of us, we know that right now at the maximum that we can purchase is on our auto ship is 50 per month. So we are assuming that every month you are hitting the maximum allowed, which is 50 IBV. So in a quarter you have achieved 150. So based on that, okay, you are talking about looking for customers or looking for your own partner stores to shop. So if you are looking at shops that give us a high IBV returns of at least 8% IBV, we are assuming that we are talking about spending about 600 a month, okay, at 8% IBV. So we are from there we are able to accumulate another 130 IBV together with 150 IBV. We are able to achieve to 275 IBV in a quarter. Of course, some of us we are at the EC level when we are talking about hitting the 30 IBV. So if you are on 30 IBV per month at a quarter, you are hitting 90 IBV. So in other words, what you are saying is that based on the same 8% partner stores purchases, we will want you to have to look at higher spending at 870 a month. Okay, so in 3 months, we are talking about generating at least 187.9 IBV, which total about 277.9 IBV. So you are able to hit that 275 IBV. Okay, so a list of companies that is giving you beyond 8%. If you look at it, we have quite a number. In fact, this is just only a handful from under the range of MUFO. Okay, if I was scrolling down, there will be more. It's already you get about 28 partner stores that's above 8% IBV. All right. So, however, of course, some people will say that I want to look at companies. How do I get there? Sorry. Okay, so example in this case, if you are talking about look at the 2 columns here on the 50 IBV or on the 30 IBV. Okay, so if you're already doing the 150 in a quarter, okay, what I'll encourage is that you break it down, okay, just to get that extra IBV. Okay, look at where are the places that you go. You do your grocery shopping, you go food, you can have your pizza, you can have your multi-key, you can have your Chinese, Korean Chinese, you have your restaurants, and right now under Quanto we have 971 restaurants. So based on that, if you look at the IBV given to you, so you estimate what kind of spending we are talking about. Okay, so if you are EA Mart, you spend, you look for yourself, you spend, you know, you spend 2 times, or if not yourself, you get a customer to spend, okay, or you look for 2 customers to spend 100 a month from the EA Mart, or you have someone to spend $80 at Motiki, Canadian pizza once a quarter, once a month, then Chinese restaurant, and of course 971 restaurant. Just go. I'm sure all of us go to restaurant at least once a month. I think most people even once a week. So you're just talking about once a month. So if you're talking about the 30 IBV, then you're talking about going for higher purchases. Okay, so over here we talk about your own, that's on your own purchase, then we talk about your customer purchase. So, you know, this business is about targeting, you know, I know we have got about 900 shops. Online, we've got about almost 300 local. Okay, it's very hard to really focus, except that you need to know your clientele base. I'll encourage you to know your clientele base who are spending. Okay, for me, I look at I do grocery shopping, and I know of people who travel a lot. And now, right now, want to go Asia gives us very, very good, IBVs as well as cashback to our customer. Jewel Coffee, don't go Starbucks anymore. You don't drink coffee, just target Jewel Coffee. Every time your friends say, let's go for coffee, okay, Jewel Coffee, that's it. You know, then of course we go for your food, etc. So you know where are your favorite kind of food cuisine that you like. Then you go list down which are the companies that you want to go, and each time your friends say, let's go for a meal, then you target, you tell them, and when you bring them there, you use our MasterCard, and you tell them that, you know, hey, I'm getting paid for eating here. It's also a door opener for you to be able to, create interest for them to look at a business like this. Okay, so based on this, you're talking about, 4 customers having to go shopping in the EA Mart. One to go. I'm sure you can get more than that, but you're just looking at very conservatively on this is what you get. Okay, so based on your own, let's say if you look at the 50 IBV, all right, so from your own purchase, you have 150 in the quarter. So and your own spending, you just based on the first chart that I gave you, you spend about 66 IBV. Then the rest come from your customer base. Okay, so all in all, you are able to achieve about 285 IBV. Does it make sense? All right, so but if you are someone who are at a 30 IBV, then you have to look for more purchases, okay, in your own shopping. All right, so and then from your customer stores and all that, and you can generate that. So this is something that you can work out on the charts for yourself. You know where you always go for, and then look out for the companies, okay, to work with your customers and together with your friends and yourself also, and your family especially. Okay, so this is what I'm only talking about is food, because to me, we travel, we do groceries, and we eat a lot. Okay, but I'm sure you have your own families and friends who shop small, all right, like ASOS, Plum. So you can literally list them down, and then from there you target. This is where you can recommend your client, and from there you know that 275 IBV is definitely achievable. All right. So with that, I thank you, and I hope these are some little tips that can help you look out and generate that 275, and hit the MUFO program and get that extra placement for your whole team. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good evening. Okay, thanks Ruby for the comprehensive explanation on the Master UFO. But basically, SAMM criteria more on ourselves, so you have to watch out on that. Now, before I start this, I'm going to just go through with you on this SAMM new criteria. So all of us, mostly we know already, is with effect from April 1st, 2019. A UFO must complete the 3 SAMM criteria between April 1st and June 30th, 2019. So bear in mind, this is very, very important. If you have not done that, please encourage, especially the junior partner, to do it, all right? Now, so the first criteria is complete or update the shopping annuity assessment on unfranchise.com each calendar quarter. So if you want to achieve SAMM, you have to do this every quarter, all right? So second, order a minimum of 1,005 BV of the home country exclusive products for personal consumption, with the qualifying UFO being the paying ID for all orders between April 1st to June 30th, 2015. Now this 1,005 basically not changing from the last one. Now the third one will be the personal order a minimum amount of 275 IBV in partner store, shop local, and the selected company's exclusive product with IBV between April 1st and June 30th, 2019. Now, bear in mind that the old order, the old criteria is we must hit at least 3750 in our partner purchases, but the new one was now changing to 275 IBV, of which I will further elaborate later on, all right? So for Singapore, there will be also a maximum of 150 IBV cap per quarter from the company's exclusive products allowed towards this criteria. So you have to be very careful on that, because the excess IBV beyond that criteria will not roll over into the next quarter. So bear in mind, you do not purchase too much on that and then hoping that like the old one, it will be carried forward, all right? Number 4 is complete SAMM to receive the additional reward of a free shipping for a year, beginning in the second quarter after SAMM criteria is satisfied. So number 5, an unfranchised owner who satisfied the SAMM criteria for the third quarter, which is say from July 1st to September 30th, 2018, will then receive free shipping for 1 year starting from January 1st, 2019. Now, let's take a look on why exactly, Market America Corporate JR is actually changing this, and what is the rationale behind. The rationale behind is actually what JR want all of us to achieve the ultimate paradigm shift. So that's the reason why we need to know exactly with this paradigm shift, how actually it will impact our organization. Before we going forwards to see how it's changed, let's take a look on with this shift, what actually will impact us as well as the whole team. Now, let's take example of 275 IBV per quarter. So if I'm going to break down per month, I'm going to use 92 IBV. Now, just imagine if your team have 20 UFO left and 20 UFO right, with this 20 UFO times 92 IBV, literally you're going to collect 1,840 IBV. If you use 3 months times this, basically you are telling yourself every quarter you are going to get 1,875 additional check income, isn't it? All right, so now what if your team have more people? Let's say you have 30 UFO each side, and each and every one of us are repeating and duplicate down correctly. Then you use 30 UFO, you multiply by 92 IBV, literally you collect extra, which is a 2760 IBV. Now with this, you are telling yourself, instead of per quarter, you're collecting one check, right? 1,875, but now every 2 months you collect 1,875. Isn't it great? Now let's look at those senior who has a lot of team member below them, which let's say 55 UFO below each side. Now if you're going to use 55 UFO multiplied by 92 IBV, literally every month you're going to cut a check of 1,875. Isn't it? This is what JR want us to have a paradigm shift, so that not only impact each and every one of us, but with the whole organization, it can actually escalate quite a lot of difference. All right, now with that, let's take a look of what kind of BV IBV product do we have in our MASG website, which I believe that just now Ruby has already shown us. I'm going to show it again. Now with the MA exclusive brand, I no need to elaborate on all this. These are our MA exclusive brand. But let's take a look on shopping annuity brand product. These are the few that we have currently as a shopping annuity brand product, which is on BV. Now, how about this? The shopping annuity brand product total, currently we have 9 items. Now, the exclusive brand total, we have 19 items, of which these are the rest, okay? And you can see that the IBV are all there. Okay, how about partner store? Partner store total online store, we have about 661, and shop local, we have 276. If you really add it up, it's almost 1,000. There's no reason that we can't hit the 275 with this increasing of the partner store. All right, so How? We have to make it happen, isn't it? By hook, by crook, right? So what happened is I'm going to share following is my personal consumption IBV. Now, when you want to hit SAMM with this new criteria change, I would strongly encourage for the first 2-3 quarters, each and every one of us seriously have to sit down and work it out for ourselves first. As I said before, what company trying to do with us is trying to change our behavior. So let's take a look on mine. Okay, I have using Prime Metformin, and also my husband is using Prime MPC. But why do I put 2 bottles? I must be very honest to say that, you know, sometimes we are not due diligent take every day. All right, so 2 bottles is realistic. So if 2 bottle IBV, this is the money 85 and 109. Now, how about the rest, like aloe box? Why I only order 2 boxes of aloe, which is IBV product, is because sometimes I travel, all right, a sachet is easier for me, but of which at home I normally order bottle. So I have to calculate in such a way and plan in such a way that, you know, how much do I need as well. Now, shower gel, why is it one cleansing cream, shampoo, conditioner? Is because literally we will say that, you know, every quarter we almost finish 1 bottle. All right, I think that is very reasonable. So what happened is when you add all this IBV up, it's going to have about 156.75. Now I also understand, and I mentioned earlier, that whatever that is beyond 150 is not going to carry forward, but that doesn't mean that every one of us must calculate 150. The reason why is because of this. If everyone is doing the same thing, somehow or rather the IBV is still coming up to us and it's going to still give us money. Let's put it this way. All right. So now let's take a look on the IBV in partner store. For me, I have to do a lot on travel because part and parcel, because my husband is travel a lot and I travel a lot. So if I'm going to use 2004, and on average, I know it's about 6.6%, but I'm going to use a very conservative way, which is 6%. I would get almost about 144 IBV. But why do I put 129.6 IBV? Is because all of us know that there's a currency exchange that's also subject to 10% currency exchange, as well as some of the taxes that they may take it up. All right. So now with that, I'm going to total up all my IBV. Now you see that 129.6, okay, plus the 156, literally I will get 279.6 because it's the 6.75 doesn't carry forward. Okay, now let's take a look on the cost per quarter. Okay, of course, to us as entrepreneur is very important, isn't it? Now let's take a look on the partner store. Partner store, I spent 2004, but then exclusive product, I spent 347. So that will total up my cost of 2747.25. That is per quarter basis, right? Now, IBV, what about my income? As I explained earlier on my slides, okay, if I have 20 IBV, I will per quarter, I earn 1875. Do I cover my this cost? No, I'm not. But then don't forget, these are the things that I'm using every day at home. Am I right? So which is saying that, you know, half of my things are all free. Now, how about if I have 30 UFO on left and the right? Literally, I'm almost break even. Which means if I can duplicate ABC pattern down to my team, 30 on my left, 30 on my right, doing the same thing, I can literally say that every quarter I'm using free for all this product. Now, what about 55 UFO? If it is 55 UFO, literally I'm actually earn double. So in the net wise, I still earn at least 2005. All right. So with this kind of scenario, I hope I've given some of you here to really sit down and do your own analysis on your personal consumption. All right. Now, this slide is basically very similar to what Ruby has shown you. But then what I am doing was, initially I tell myself, hey, hi, you know, a lot of times we only have like 2-3 IBV percentage. But then when I was given a task to present, so I literally go one by one on the company to scroll down. To my surprise, I just want to share with everyone, even on the alphabet A, 26 stores are above 8%. Can you imagine that? So seriously, I strongly encourage every one of us go down and scroll down A to Z, see what kind of stores that we actually, frequently patronize. Okay, now I also know that some of us may say that, hey, I'm not like you. I don't travel a lot, I don't take time every month, things like that. But let's take a look on the partner store. Now, on the auto industry, I have checked it out every single store, and we actually have 20 store and ranging from 2 to 11%, of which 14 outlets are actually above 6%. Now, many of the time, some may say, hey, I take MRT, I don't drive, right? Okay, cool, never mind. But ladies, we like beauty, isn't it? We normally will at least go to salon once a quarter to trim your hair, to perm, to color, especially color hair, right? Okay, so let's look at beauty. In the beauty industry itself, we have about 124 stores, and of which the IBB range is from 2 to 33%. And guess what? 1/3 of it, which is 57 stores, are actually all above 11%. So there's no way that we won't get that kind of IBB. How about books? Now, books, I would say that not many readers, but this bookstore that we have perhaps may not so cater for our what I mean is the school, okay, but more for elementary. But the IBB range is still from 2 to 27%. So average, I have checked it out as well, at least of 5% for about 19 store. Clothes. I'm sure all of us wear, right? Okay, we have 200 over store, and the range is from 3 to 27%, and the average is basically from 6 to 11, and some are 15 to 16. Now, let me encourage also, because most of us, I know we are employee, we work, right? And when you are working with your colleagues, okay, especially that if you're working in the financial industry, people wearing jacket, all these people shop where? Bloom. And guess what? Bloom is also our partner store. And that's so easy. You just go lunch with them, you accompany them, and then, you go and shop, and then you flash your card, and then get them to pay you back. Somehow or other, you may even get a PC from there or a UFO, right? Okay. Now, what about floral? Mother's Day is coming, right? So we have 6 stores, and the IBB range is from 6 to 22%, and of which above is average and above is 10%. Food and drinks, we definitely need to do that, right? 100 store, and average is 2 to 22%. NTUC, I noticed something is because although down there they put 1%, but I literally calculate it literally gives us almost about 4 to 6%. So for those who has not yet tried NTUC, I strongly encourage you to at least buy a minimum and then calculate your first bill. You will notice that actually is above 4%. All right. Okay. Gift. Now, gift, what I want to highlight is we have about 22 store. Gift range is not from 1 to 33%, but one particular store I want to highlight is Giftano. Why? Is because a lot of time I notice that people like to give a gift voucher. Giftano did have something like Takashimaya gift voucher. So please do not walk to Takashimaya and grab it, but instead grab it from Giftano and hit our own IBV. All right. Yes. Now, how about restaurant? Like Ruby said, we all eat, right? Okay. So we have 30 stores and ranging from 2 to 19%. Average is about 6%. Shoe, 5 to 27%. Average 6 to 7%. And we have about 54 stores. And jewelry. And I know ladies, we like jewelry. Men, please take note. If your wife's birthday, please give jewelry. Go there and buy, right? 71 store, you can select from 2 to 17%. Average is 8%. And last but not least, every one of us travel, be it mid-year holiday or year-end holiday. Please book from our own hotel.com or booking.com. 87 store we have. 1 to 39% average, at least we get 5 to 8.8%. Now with this, what is the suggestion idea? I'm going to share with you this because, okay, some of you may say that, hey, I'm not really like you, I will do this, I'll do that, right? But let's break it down by category. Okay, say whether you agree with me, all right? Now, let's say food and drink. We talk about grocery, we talk about wine. I know that there's a lot of us drinking wine as well, right? Now, if 1 quarter you spend 1,500, is it reasonable? 1 month is about 500. I think it's reasonable, right? Now, let's take a look. Food and drink is actually 6% and more. Restaurant, we dine out. I just give it a location of 900. That means to say that per month, you only need to go out and spend 300, be it with your family, with your mother-in-law, with your parents-in-law, or your friends. 300 per month, I think this is very reasonable. How about in the category of automobile servicing? 500 per servicing. All our car mostly we service between 3 to 4 months, right? Some of you may say that, hey, I got no car. Okay, never mind, you can take this category out, all right? But I'm going to share later on. Okay, how about travel? Air ticket accommodation, 1,500. If you divide it by 3, that is about 500. Again, some of you may say, I don't spend so much. So it's either, you help your family member to buy and or, you can take this category out, which I'm going to show you later, all right? Now, beauty, definitely we will go for hair, nail, facial, right? 500 per 3/4, which is almost spend about 100 plus. I think it's reasonable. Clothing, I say about Bloom, right? Okay, so let's allocate about 500 again for 3/4. So per month is only about 100 plus. All this are about 6% and above. When you add all this up, it's 5,004. Now, as I mentioned, some of you may say that certain category, I don't do that. I don't use. For example, I don't have car. I'm not going to service my car. I don't travel, okay? Now, you can take these two out. Now, I use it to divide it by 2. If I use it to divide it by 2, it's 2,007. So literally, if you use 2,007 multiplied by 6%, you still get 160 IBV. So you see, if you compare this new criteria with the old criteria, 3750, this indeed save us a lot of money, all right? So with the 150 IBV that you buy from your exclusive product, and then the 125, now I put down here is 160, but of course you do more because of the currency exchange 10%, as I mentioned, you will definitely hit your total of 275 IBV. Now, what happened is, I really hope that every one of us with our sharing here, we do be able to, shop and convert our spending into earning and really achieve our ultimate paradigm shift. Okay, and with this, I'm finished up my presentation and thank you very much.